15 years ago, Derek Patterson made my high school life a living nightmare. Today, he sat across from me in an interview, desperate for a job where he'd report directly to me. His resume claimed he had a master's degree and 5 years of management experience. He had neither. Here's how I turned 15 years of humiliation into the most satisfying 45 minutes of my professional life. My name is Alex. In 2008, I was 15, skinny, awkward, obsessed with computers, rotating through 3 graphic tees, wearing braces, and believing that knowing how to code in Python made me cool. Spoiler, it didn't. I was the textbook easy target, keeping my head down, doing homework in the library, counting days until graduation. I wasn't popular, but I didn't try to be. I just wanted to survive to get to college where I hoped things would be different. Derek Patterson was everything I wasn't. Football captain, effortlessly charismatic, able to charm teachers and then destroy you in the hallways. Tall, confident, with a knack for making cruelty seem like a joke. Everyone laughed along. I thought maybe if I stayed invisible, he'd leave me alone. I was wrong. Derek had a gift for finding your weak spot and pressing it until you broke. And for reasons I never understood, I was his favorite project. We had exactly 1 class together. Computer science, second period, junior year, with Mr. Harrison who believed in collaborative learning. Derek, who couldn't code to save his life, paired with me for the semester-long final project. I should have complained or asked for a different partner, but I was 16 and terrified, so I remained silent and did all the work. Derek showed up twice, once to put his name on the proposal, once to present as if he built the entire thing himself. We got an A. Mr. Harrison praised Derek's leadership, and I said nothing. That was the seed for everything later, because I kept every email, every line of code, every time-stamped commit in our shared project folder. I kept it all because part of me knew someday the truth might matter. The bullying started small. Derek knocked my books out of my hands, saying, "Oops, didn't see you there, Alex," while his friends laughed. I picked up my stuff and kept walking. Then he called me Alex the Virus because of my computer obsession, a nickname half the school adopted. I told myself it was just words, but words carry weight when you're 16 and struggling to find yourself. Someone, I knew it was Derek but couldn't prove it, broke into my locker and plastered humiliating photoshopped images of my face inside. The whole school saw it before I did. I reported it. Nothing happened. Derek always had an alibi. On April 14th, 2009, the day before our final computer science project was due, I had spent 3 months building a functional inventory management system alone. Derek had contributed 0 lines of code. That morning, in second period, Derek demonstrated our project to teachers, explaining architecture, database design, and interface. All my work, none his. I stood frozen as Mr. Harrison smiled and said, "Alex, Derek was just showing us your excellent work. You two make a great team." I opened my mouth to correct him, but Derek smiled and said, "Yeah, Alex helped a lot with testing. Great team effort." 3 months of work reduced to testing. I said nothing and just sat. After class, I confronted him, hands shaking. "You didn't do anything. That was my project." He laughed, amused. "So, you think Harrison's gonna believe you? You think anyone cares?" Face it, Alex. You're a nobody. I'm the guy people listen to. You should thank me for letting you work with me. It'll look good on your college apps." He walked away. I stood in the empty hallway, humiliated, powerless, defeated, my lowest point. Realizing sometimes bad guys win, there's no justice, and all you can do is survive and hope things get better. I graduated in 2010. Derek got a football scholarship. I went to state college on partial academic aid, worked 2 jobs. We never spoke again. I thought I'd never see him again. I was wrong. College was better. Still not perfect, but better. I buried myself in computer science, graduated with honors, landed a job at a mid-sized tech company. I worked nights, weekends, whatever it took. I climbed the ladder from junior developer to senior, team lead, then department head. By 2023, at 30, I was director of engineering, with a team of 40 and a corner office. The skinny kid with braces had become someone who mattered, but I still thought about Derek sometimes. Wondered if he made it in football, if he was successful, if he ever thought about those he hurt. Probably not. Guys like him never do. In March 2024, my HR manager, Jennifer, forwarded me a resume for senior project manager. I reviewed every candidate personally. I opened the PDF. My heart stopped. Derek Patterson. Same name, age, hometown. After 15 years, he was applying to work at my company, in a role reporting directly to me. I stared a minute, then read carefully. The resume claimed he had an MBA from Northwestern University in 2015. I knew he'd had a football scholarship to a state school, not Northwestern. I checked LinkedIn, same claims. I messaged a friend in Northwestern admissions who confirmed Derek had never attended. Lie 1 confirmed. Next, his work history. Senior project manager at Innovatech Solutions from 2018 to 2023, managing teams and multi-million-dollar projects. Too impressive. Innovatech was founded in 2021 with 6 employees. I called HR, no record of Derek. Lie 2 confirmed. Then I checked his PMP certification claimed from 2017. The certification number existed, but belonged to a woman named Patricia Dennison in Ohio. Derek had stolen someone else's certification number. That's when it clicked. This was fraud. Fake degree, fabricated job experience, stolen certification. I pulled up our 2009 project files, backed up on 3 drives, and laughed. 15 years later, Derek was still taking credit for work he didn't do. I spent 2 hours verifying every claim. Out of 12 major qualifications, 10 were fabrications. Derek was a car salesman for 3 years and unemployed for 18 months. The truth. Now, desperate and out of options, he applied to work for the kid he called Alex the Virus. I leaned back, smiled. I had him, and a choice to make. I could have simply rejected his application with a polite email. The professional, mature thing. But where's the poetry or justice in that? Derek had spent years making me feel small and powerless. He'd stolen my work and my dignity. Now, 15 years later, he handed me the chance to return the favor. I decided to interview him face to face, to watch him lie as he always had, and then show him who Alex the Virus had become. I emailed Jennifer, "Let's bring Derek in, I'll handle it." The night before, doubt crept in. What if I was petty, becoming the bully? What if he'd changed? But then I remembered April 14th, 2009, the shaking humiliation, his laughter. This wasn't revenge, it was accountability. Derek built his life on lies. Someone had to hold him responsible. That someone was me. At 2 p.m. on Thursday, I arrived early, armed with printed records, his fake Northwestern certificate, Innovatech employment denial, and the stolen PMP certification registry. At 1:58 p.m., Jennifer walked Derek in. He didn't recognize me at first. Time and beards change a person. I stood, extended my hand, and said, "Derek, good to see you. I'm Alex Carter, Director of Engineering." His confusion flickered into panic. He smiled weakly. "Alex? Wow, small world. Great to see you, man." Man, like we were old friends. Like he hadn't spent years making my life hell. I smiled. "Have a seat. Let's talk qualifications." The interview lasted 45 minutes. He described Northwestern campus, Innovatech projects, PMP exam process. All lies. I let him talk, took notes, watched him dig deeper. Then at 30 minutes, he said, "Hey, I just want to say, I know high school was a long time ago. If I ever gave you a hard time, no hard feelings, right? We were just kids." No apology, no accountability, just casual dismissal. That's when I knew I was right. I let him finish rehearsed lies, then slid the first document. "This is Northwestern Alumni Registry. You're not in it." His face went pale. "There must be some mistake." I slid the second. "Employment verification from Innovatech. No record of you." "I can explain." I slid the third. "PMP registry. That certification number belongs to Patricia Dennison, not you." Silence. Derek stared at the papers like a death sentence, then looked up with real fear for the first time in 15 years. "Derek," I said calmly, 80% of your resume is fabricated. You lied about education, experience, and certifications. That's fraud. I could report this everywhere. You could never work in this industry again." He opened and closed his mouth. "Alex, please, I need this job. I've been out of work over a year. I have bills. You have a choice," I interrupted. "Leave quietly now, and I'll forget this. Or argue, and I'll make sure everyone knows who you are." He stood, hands shaking. The confident bully was gone, replaced by a desperate, broken man out of cons. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "Not for high school or bullying for getting caught." "No, you're not," I said. "But you will be. Get out." He left. I sat long, staring at the empty chair. 15 years of waiting, finally over. 2 weeks later, I grabbed coffee near the office and heard my name. Derek stood there, looking exhausted. "Alex, can we talk? Just for a minute?" I should have said no, but curiosity won. "1 minute." He took a breath. "I just wanted to say I'm sorry. For real this time. For high school, the resume, all of it. I screwed up my whole life. I thought I could fake it till I made it, but I never made it. Now I'm 30 with nothing. You were right to call me out. I deserved it." Part of me wanted sympathy or to forgive, but mostly I felt tired. "Derek, I don't know if you're sorry or just sorry you got caught. Either way, it doesn't matter. You made your choices, I made mine. We're done." He nodded slowly. "For what it's worth, you did good, Alex. You really did." Then he walked away. I never saw him again. I'm still director of engineering, just promoted to VP last month. I mentor quiet young developers who remind me of my former self. I'm married, own a dog named Python, and love my life. High school feels like a lifetime ago, because it was. Derek works part-time at a gym, no fake degrees or stolen certifications, just an honest job matching his real qualifications. He deleted most social media. I don't know if he learned to stop lying to himself. I hope so, but that's not my problem anymore. The best revenge isn't cruelty, it's success. Becoming who you were meant to be while those who held you back stay put. Derek, if you're watching, I hope you learn to tell the truth, starting with yourself. And to anyone being bullied, feeling small and invisible, hold on, keep working, keep building. One day, the tables turn, and you'll be ready. If you enjoy fictional stories where karma always catches up with you, like this video and subscribe to see more. Click the notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. Your support helps us create more stories.